welcome in. I'll have you hold this.
How you doing, Arlette?
Good, good. How are you?
Boy, that one in the pink look like some Laffy Taffy. Girl, shake that Laffy Taffy. Hey, that Laffy Taffy.
Can we get your name?
My name is Brian.
Brian, how old are you?
I'm 40.
40
I'll
and
be 41 in September.
Okay, it's coming up.
Yeah.
And Brian, what do you do?
I'm an aircraft mechanic
Very
for a major
cool.
airline.
All right.
So I fix planes. I want you to get home safe.
Not even gonna hold you. He looked like the brother to get a neck tattoo and a hand tattoo, and that's about it. And I had near one tattoo on the rest of his body. I'm probably wrong though.
We appreciate you.
Got a nice lineup today, boy.
And now, what are some things that you like to do for fun?
Things I like to do for fun. I like trail riding. I live in Houston.
Okay.
I'm from New Orleans, but I like to ride horses. I'm a country guy. Okay. I'm still city, but I like to do country things.
Got it.
I like to read. I'm from the ghetto, but I am a nerd. Okay. I like to read. I want to know about things that I don't know. Okay. I like to go lounges, right? I like to go to museums. I just like to really have a good time.
Okay. Nice. Now, what are some
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm surprised he got this far without more popping. Like they're actually entertaining it.
things that you're looking for in a woman?
Transparency, for sure. Transparency.
Okay.
If I can't see who you are when I meet you, then I would never know, right? Loyalty, that really, for men, that's a big thing, loyalty.
Big facts. For me, I'll choose loyalty over love any day. Give me the loyalty, you can keep the love, baby.
I need to know when you out partying, having a good time, that you loyalty and you faithful to a man like me.
Okay. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers? I really don't have deal breakers, right? Because I'm from the ghetto, so I understand that, we do a lot of things in our past and in our youth that is really a problem.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, player. You gotta have some deal breakers. You can't just be okay with anything and everything. You feel me? You gotta have some boundaries. To me, not having no deal breakers, not having no boundaries.
So I don't really have any deal breakers, but as far as deal breakers, I don't really have any.
Okay. All right. So we did get a few pop balloons.
Okay.
Let's go on over to those ladies, see why they're...
Oh, that one in the orange on the balloon with the left looking. Boy.
They're popping.
No problem.
All right. Let's start right on over here. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Parker, but I go by Mrs.
Okay.
I'm 39, and
You say you're
And-
39?
Okay, Miss
39.
Parker.
And Mrs. Parker, what do you do?
I'm a professional makeup artist.
A makeup artist?
Yeah, shout out to Makeup by Mrs. Parker.
All right. And Mrs., why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped your balloon because you said you don't have any deal breakers, and everybody has to have some type of deal breaker, so you have to have something that you don't like. But you look really nice. You look dapper. Nice to meet you.
It's definitely nice to meet you. When it comes to deal breakers, I'm not a surface level dating type of guy, right?
Okay.
I don't really care about your past. I'm from the ghetto. I'm from New Orleans,
All right, my boy. It's the third time you said it. We get it. We get it.
right? So nothing that you've done in your past doesn't matter to me because that was before me. After me, that's when you upgrade yourself. So that's why I said I don't have any deal breakers, because I don't want to say that, hey, you're not my type because of what you've done in your past, not knowing that that wasn't right or wrong. Okay, so that's why.
Respect.
And now, is Mrs. someone that is your type?
She definitely, she got this cowgirl going on. I'm from the South, right? So I like your outfit. I like what you got going on, definitely.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to our next lady over here. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Tracy, and I'm 37. I'm from New Orleans as well, and I live in the DMV. And the reason why I popped my balloon is because I am from New Orleans, and just the energy just wasn't vibing with. Like, I think you're super cool. I love the way that you look. But as far as, energy, I feel like I've dated guys from New Orleans before, and it just did not work out for me. So I think because we come from the same place, it just clashes.
Okay, so since we come from the same place, it clashes,
Yeah.
I
I just haven't had really good relationship experiences dating people from my hometown.
You never met Brian. You never met Brian, but today that you did, you know what I mean? And today, definitely, you was a winner. But, the fact that you're from New Orleans, I respect that, because I respect my home, and I'm prideful on being a Louisianimal, right? And I definitely was feeling you. But,
Thank you.
You know,
Like I
since you
said, you're
popped
very
on me,
handsome.
we don't really deal with rejection too well. We respect that, you know, but we move on.
And then
Nice to
Tracy,
meet you.
Tracy, we actually didn't get. What do you do?
So I work in management. So the person that I kind of link with, we can kind of go into further of my career. Yeah.
What industry? What management? What industry?
I wouldn't like to say. Yeah, I would like to discuss that with the person that I match with. I think that's a little more in depth.
Okay. You're looking good today. I love the orange.
Let's go to our
Definitely.
next lady here. We can have your name and age.
My name is Chanel Kidd, and I am originally from Gary, Indiana. I live here in Phoenix, Arizona. Coco Stiletto on Instagram. I have my own business. I'm a business consultant, and I also create trivia games that I sell on Amazon.
Okay, and I'm sorry we didn't get your.
I'm not gonna lie. Before she even get to it, she looked like she a little too old to be on this dating thing on the internet. Like, just my personal opinion. Leave down in the comments what you guys think below.
Age.
I am 42, and the reason why I popped my balloon is pretty much, and you have already answered.
I'm not gonna lie, baby. I thought you was like 50.
You didn't have any deal breakers. I need someone that knows what he wants. I can be a handful sometimes as well. So, and it can be anything. So it's got to be something that makes you tick, that you can be honest about. So that's why I popped my balloon. And you kind of remind me of my nephew, just kind of. It's just me.
Kind of remind you of my nephew? Okay. So you said the deal breakers would be because I don't have a deal breaker?
Correct.
Okay, well, I could have a
I
clean...
need a man to tell me something. Tell me what he want and don't want.
And-
If
and
you
that
can't
will-
tell me
and-
that,
and
I
that-
might jump all over you.
Brother, relax, slow down. Like, you were too eager to jump back at him. Like, you don't gotta always do that. I used to be the same way, but it's like, just let them talk. If you have to say something, just wait for them to finish.
And that will come, definitely. I would definitely tell you where you're going wrong at. But as far as a deal breaker, I have a clean slate with everybody. I'm the type to trust you before I not trust you.
Boy, that thing
I'm going to
poking.
give you that grace before I don't give you that grace, right? But I respect how you feel.
I like that response. Might circle back, but
You might go get back?
might.
You want your balloon back?
Do you want that balloon back?
Not yet.
Okay.
You got to get the gab I see, so we're just gonna.
I got the gift of gab.
Let's go on
It's
to our next
transparency,
ladies.
love.
Okay, if we can start off with your name and age.
Hi, I'm Janae. I'm 34.
Hello,
And
Janae.
Janae, what do you do?
I'm in school for fashion design. I'm an office assistant, and I'm a new entrepreneur. Just about to launch my fitness clothing line called WeFit.
Okay, and why did you end up popping your balloon for Brian?
Hey, Brian. I love the way you speak, but for me, it was the pants. I don't like the pants too tight. I'm kind of ghetto too, so I like them a little loose, and that was just it for me.
How old are you?
34.
34. How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies.
Okay, hold on. That's a problem. That's a problem. 3 kids and 3 baby daddies, and you couldn't figure it out not one time. I can get if one of them passed, something like that. But the second and third time, now you're on the 4th try. Fool me once, that's on you. Fool me twice, that's on me. Fool me a 3rd time, and then you working on the 4th. You got to start taking some accountability. Like, your decision making and your choosing is just not it. That's not it.
Okay.
I should have said 0, because it's just me.
You gonna lie to the public?
No, I have 3, but it's just me. I'm a single parent. There's no man in my life.
Maybe not in your life to you, but those kids, they still have a father. They still have a man. They still need a man in their life. Like, just because you and the dad couldn't figure it out doesn't mean that those kids don't have the right to have their father. Like,
No man in your life? Why is the
my
reason for
boys.
there no man in your life?
Well, my first child, his father passed away, and the other 2 are nowhere to be found. So, what can you do?
They do you like that? What's wrong with them?
Something. Only God knows.
Or is there something wrong with you?
Possibly, but I think I'm just fine.
you could think you just fine, but your actions and the result of your actions is not showing that. That I'm sorry. That's an example of poor decision making. Like, I get the first one passed. That's definitely hard to hear. That really sucks. That's really hard. But for you to go then have two more kids by two other men and you're still out here dating for a fourth situation, at what point does it start to reflect your character?
I think you're just fine as well.
Thank you.
Right. But to say that a 41-year-old man is disqualified because of his pants,
You're 41?
I'll be 41 in September.
Okay, because I was like, I thought you said 40.
I'll be 41 in September. That's coming up.
I like it. It's okay for you. It's not my style. You know, with everything going on, I like the pants to be a little baggy, that's all.
Where you from, love?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been out here?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. If we can have your name and age.
I am Venusian, 39.
And you said Venusian? And what do you do?
I'm a TikTok creator manager.
Cool. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm a free-spirited woman, so having to check in with somebody like they are my parent is something that I don't subscribe to. So that's
What does free-spirited mean? Go ahead and drop down in the comments below what free-spirited means. But I can't tell you, boy.
why I pop my balloon.
What do you mean check in like they're your parent?
The way that you were discussing how somebody needs to constantly, when we're out and about, to text or call and check in, that's something that I don't subscribe to. So that's why I pop my balloon.
Okay. What do you do?
I might not have been paying attention, but I don't think he said he needs someone to constantly check in. I think he said he needs transparency. So when you're out having fun, he understands that you're going to be loyal. That's when he said loyalty is a huge part. I don't ever remember him saying that you need to call and check in and text me and so on and so forth, how she's trying to paint the picture to be.
I'm a TikTok creator manager.
TikTok creator manager? For what company? Or is it for yourself?
It's for TikTok.
For TikTok?
Social media.
Okay. Social media?
Social media agent, yes.
Okay. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? Okay.
These girls are just out here having kids then. If you're not having kids to marry the father, that is wild work. You're setting your family up for a destructive household. You're setting your family up to be in a broken household and not have their father. He literally just asked her if after the first kid, was she planning to marry the second when they're having kids, and she said no. In my opinion, that's kind of crazy. I feel like the person you're having kids with and starting a family with should be someone that you see long term. Maybe I'm crazy. Go ahead and drop in the comments what you guys think.
Okay. I was just asking because for
Groupthink activated. Y'all seen that? Groupthink activated. Bro, look, girls are so hive-minded. Like, if they see one pop, both of them looked over and then pop their balloon. Like, they're going off of what's this, like what the group thinks is best, because they don't ever want to stand out as the weird one or the bad one because they like a guy that everybody else doesn't like. Like, that was funny. I don't know if y'all seen that running back, but that was pretty funny.
real men, that's what matters. Your first one is given. Your second one, the mistake is on you.
Oh, is it? Well, there's
That's definitely
circumstances
right.
under why I got
That's
pregnant,
definitely
but
right.
that's nor here or there, and that's
Yeah,
not
but
what I'm here for.
Okay, definitely. You're a beautiful woman, though.
Thank you.
But I respect your answer.
Thank you. Let's go back here. Okay.
Through the fire, through the fire. You can record studio quality vocals in the comfort of your own home. If
We can start off with your name and age.
I'm Shay, and I'm 37.
How you doing, Shay?
I'm doing amazing.
Shay, what do you do?
So I work for the county, and I have my own hair business and a few other little small businesses.
All right. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
So originally I was feeling it. I like I don't want to say a bad boy, but I like somebody that's outspoken. But the question of, I feel like you're challenging the women. Oh, how many baby daddies you got? And then, it just, does that matter? You say future, so that's they.
Does that matter? That definitely matters. How many other men I'm going to be taking on and dealing with when dealing with you definitely matters. He is a little bit abrasive and a little bit challenging, but the questions he's asking and the manner he's asking it isn't disrespectful. I believe someone that you're courting should definitely know if you have kids and relationships and you took it to the furthest extent with another person. The furthest extent is starting a family, having kids, like carrying someone else's offspring. I think that's definitely important to know how many baby daddies you're going to be having to have in the relationship when you're taking on another person.
Past is not their future. How many kids?
Their past is their future, because this man is going to have to now take care of the kids, include the kids, provide for the kids. That definitely has to do with his future. Therefore, that's why he's asking about their past and how many baby daddies they have.
Do you have?
I have one daughter. She's 19.
Do you want more?
I do.
My balloon still popped because I don't want any more.
Okay.
You don't want any more?
Not at all. I have.
You can't have
one.
any more. You
No, I'm
choose
choosing.
not
I
to
choose
have
not
any
to have
more.
any more. I have a
Okay.
almost 14-year-old, and
Okay, yeah. Well, the reason for me asking their past about the baby daddies, because it lets me know where they're going in their future. If you didn't want to have a baby daddy for the second time, then that lets me know that you was uncareful of what you're dealing with.
do you necessarily
Okay.
believe that somebody's past is their past that don't determine their future?
Not-
Because
not-
I mean, I can look at you and say like you made people make mistakes, and it could happen.
I don't like when people say that. You should never call your kid a mistake. You should never even put yourself in the situation where you mistakenly have kids. To me, that's a little bit irresponsible. And just the angle that she's coming at it from is you have to take accountability for who you open your legs to and who you decide to have kids with, because that's something very serious. Like you're bringing another life into the world, and you guys are like, during that, you're assuming that you guys are going to take care of the kid. But if we take the layers back a couple steps, I personally don't believe you should be having intercourse with somebody who you don't even know if you're going to have their kids, or you're not willing to have their kids, or you're not 100% sure, like, this is the person, this is the one. If you don't have that feeling, why are you guys having kids? If you even have like a inkling, like, I'm not trying to marry this person, or I don't like this, I don't like that, like, just don't have kids. There's many other options not to have kids. And just to kind of breeze past that and say, oh, it was a mistake. Well, that mistake brought a whole nother life into society that you guys now are responsible for, and they're going to end up becoming a part of society. Yeah, I don't necessarily agree with that part.
I feel like once or twice, okay, some things become a choice, but
No.
your past doesn't determine
When it
it.
come to once is a mistake. Twice, that's on you.
Okay, so then say like you get into a relationship with somebody, you get married, and things don't work. So then I guess you made a mistake, and then so you once is a mistake, and then twice is not.
No, what he's getting at is if you made the same mistake once the first time, understandable. You don't know what you don't know. But going into the second, third, fourth relationship with that same knowledge, and you make the same mistake, not once, not twice, not three times. Like, how many times does it need to become your responsibility? Like, you should be learning from your mistakes. If they're mistakes, you learn from them, move on, and don't do the same things. If you just keep on doing the same things and saying it's a mistake, it's not. Eventually, you got to take accountability.
I don't believe in that because I believe things happen.
Sweetheart, twice is on you.
Okay.
You
but-
should have learned from that very first
No,
mistake. Okay,
lessons are
and
to be
not
learned.
saying that your child is a mistake, right?
Of course
But the
not.
fact that you chose the wrong man to have kids with, and secondly, not to have a marriage after the next one,
Mm-hmm.
or
It shows you have bad discernment. You can't tell certain things, and you can't make decisions responsibly when it comes to those big things, because having a kid is a very big thing. And if you can't have discernment to tell you yourself that, like, ooh, this might not be the one, or you ignore that discernment and do it anyways and mask it as a mistake, I definitely see where he's coming from.
before
marriage
the next
doesn't
one.
determine, and I'm a person that wants to be married, but marriage don't determine anything. I done known people to be married for a long time and it don't work out, baby. So
Okay.
yeah, you are no, honey bun,
Okay.
you're too aggressive now.
No problem. Well, you know, the aggressiveness that comes from a Southern man, right?
Baby, let me explain
And we
something to you.
stand on what we talking
My roots
about.
come from Texas, so
Okay, I'm from
no.
New Orleans.
Okay, so
You know what I
the
mean?
South,
So
the
when
battles
you-
of the South.
All right,
like I
Brian.
said again.
Brian, let's move on. Let's
Okay,
move on. Let's
no
move on.
problem. Have a good day, love.
If we can have your name and age.
Hi, my name is.
We need to start being adults again and being able to express our difference in opinions without taking it as aggressiveness. People need to learn how to agree to disagree. Like, they can easily learn to agree to disagree and speak about it and have a dialogue without getting emotional and calling them aggressive and now start bringing up where we're from. Like, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. We're talking about a pretty objective subject. All the other stuff, where you're from, doesn't matter, honestly.
It's Shay, and I'm 37.
And Shay, what do you
Hello,
do?
Shay.
I am an insurance adjuster, and I'm just waiting to take my real estate license.
Very nice. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just based off of the energy. I didn't want to pop it too soon. I like to fill you out first, but just based off of the energy and the conversations that were had between the women, just overall, that's it.
Okay. So you a follower?
No, I went out. That's why I said I didn't pop it right.
Yes, this is the same girl who looked left and looked right and then popped the balloon when the other girls popped it immediately after. She is a follower. That's what it looks like to me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think.
Right away, I wanted to see for myself.
So you didn't like my responses and the women that I responded to? You didn't like the responses?
Just the energy from it. Yeah.
The energy is too strong for you, huh?
Not.
It is, brother. I'm not gonna lie. It is a little strong because you're coming back as soon as they finish, like, and you're asking the same things over and over. It's a little bit. It feels like more like an interview or like a grilling. Like you're trying to get on their bumper and like catch them in a lie about something. Long-term relationships, brother, it's not gonna work out in your best. You want your lady to be transparent, but you're very argumentative and you're very defensive. She's not going to want to be transparent with you, brother. I'm keeping it a whole 1,000. The way you're coming at these girls, like imagine if your wife wanted to come home and tell you that she messed up some way and she knows that you're like this. Like she's not going to be as inclined to open up to you and be like, oh, look, this happened, because she knows you're going to do what you've been doing with all these other girls. I'm not going to lie to you, brother.
Necessarily too strong. I just didn't too much care for it.
That's understandable. I respect that, though.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go on over here. If we can have your name and age.
Davinia, and I'm 41.
And Davinia, what do you do?
I'm a compliance analyst for a payment processing company.
Okay. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon. I was waiting because I was trying to feel the energy, the vibe, the connection, chemistry. And I believe he was speaking very well, very suave, handsome gentleman. So I was trying to give it some time. But then it started to feel like an attack. And I didn't like or agree with the attack. So that was why I popped my balloon.
Okay. So you say it felt like an attack. Can you elaborate on that?
You don't judge people from their past, or you like to start off with a clean slate. I don't think that if a relationship works out for a woman and it happens to be her second baby daddy, per se, I don't think that's her fault. So if she decides to stay and marry the man, like Brian says, then that means she's settling. And I don't agree with a woman having to settle just because the opinions of others thinking.
If what she's saying is true, why did you settle to have a kid with that man? That doesn't make sense. You'll settle to have a kid, but you won't settle to marry somebody. Like, the logic is kind of backwards here. I'm not gonna lie. So you settled with the baby father that you had kids with. I feel like that's the one thing you shouldn't settle for. But yeah, you had a kid by him.
That, it's going to be her fault. It's her fault because it didn't work out. No.
Okay.
Because people, they start off with different personas, and then you slowly kind of learn who they really are.
And that's when it comes to you as a woman to have discernment. If the first dude did that, and the second dude's starting to do that or have signs of doing that, that's up to you to be a responsible adult and have discernment. Be like, oh no, I'm not doing this again. Let alone 3-4 times. Like, I get everybody's different, but you need to have social awareness, and you've dealt with enough people at that point to where you can start seeing red flags. Now, if you ignore the red flags, that's on you, and that's where you need to take accountability, because of course that's going to happen. You ignore the red flags. And that goes for everybody. Men, women, young, old, everybody. You need to have discernment. Once you learn something, you touch the stove, you find out the stove's hot, and you touch it again, and you say it was a mistake. You learn. You know the stove's hot, don't touch it.
So if you decide to walk away because that situation isn't healthy for you, that doesn't mean that it's your fault that it didn't work out.
Okay. So there's 4 billion women on the planet. I'm a black American from Louisiana. I have the choice.
Brother, relax. We know you're from Louisiana. We get it. New Orleans, we get it. From the ghetto, we get it, brother. You've been talking about that the whole time. I think they get the gist.
Choice to have the pick of the litter. So why would I pick you if you have multiple baby daddies?
Well, don't pick me.
Right.
Yeah.
And
you
I
have
understand
the choice.
that.
You have the choice. We all
I
have
have
a
the
choice.
I have the choice, but you're
Yeah.
judging me on the fact that I have the choice.
No, I'm not judging you. That just means that I'm not for
Look at the lady's face in the back. Like,
you. If you're going to judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me, then I'm not for you. You know, so I'm not judging
And
you
I
and your
understand
opinion
that. How many
the hive mind is at work again. Y'all see that?
and
kids
your
you have?
preference. I have 3.
You have
25,
3?
18, and 12.
Okay, how many baby daddies?
2.
2.
Now we see why it all unfolded. You see what happens?
Okay, so
Starting to make
it's no
sense now,
disrespect
ain't it?
towards that, right? But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, right? We give you a few from one man. That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman from getting a top tier
That's exactly
man.
right. Why?
If-
Because
You won't be a top tier woman if you're having multiple baby daddies. Top tier women are able to secure top tier men and stick with that top tier man. That's what makes a woman top tier. And he turns her up to be whatever their likeness is.
there's
Yes.
billions of women on this planet. All right?
I respect your opinion.
Okay.
Okay, well, Brian, that is all the balloons popped.
No problem.
But we do thank you for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies.
All right.
Take this.
No problem. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Brian. You were a little bit aggressive, standoffish, defensive. I definitely understand the points that you were saying. It's just there's a way to say it, especially being that a lot of these women are a single mother with multiple baby daddies. Like, they're gonna take offense to it because you're directly calling them out on the mistakes that they made in their life. However, at the same time, these women need to also realize that who you have a kid with is something that you need to be taking to the utmost responsibility and take accountability for it. If you have 3 baby daddies, you essentially failed at building a family 3 different times. You need to have some type of discernment to be able to tell what's going on, what's going to happen. Not saying you need to be mind readers, but there's red flags. You need to be able to pick up the red flags. And if you haven't picked up any yet, maybe wait a little bit longer, maybe wait a year or so to see what's really going on with this person. If you have that feeling about them, you know, before you just are in the heat of the moment and end up having a kid. Now you're like, oh, I made a mistake 3 times. Like that's a little bit crazy to me. But go ahead and let me know what you guys think about the video down below. This was definitely an interesting one. Brian was a little bit aggressive, but everybody's a little bit different in how they carry themselves. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.